Welcome to Cities Skylines After Dark and the now officially small city of Freshwater, or we can now call it Freshwater City. I've been playing on a little bit, so there's a few changes, but before I get into that I'm going to just going to pause the game because I don't want to lose the daylight while I do this introduction. I've introduced my first mod for the campaign because the city's now got to a point. Actually, let's just let it run, build the cache up a bit. I've introduced the first mod, which is useful because the city has now reached a point where the day and night cycles are now starting to have an effect. So you can see the power is a little bit high, so I think we can just drop the power down a bit. You need to be a bit careful with adjusting these sensors because they do take a little time to take effect, so it's better just to adjust them gently and then do it. The water pollution down here is okay. The other thing I'm going to say before I kind of get into what I've been doing, as I say, just a quick demonstration, sorry, of this. This is customizable, so you can choose the ones that you actually want. I've chosen this because I don't want too many there. You can make it transparent or thing, so pardon me. The ones I'm interested in is electricity, water, sewage, incineration and landfill, because these are the ones that have the biggest impact. Cemetery usage and crematorium I want there. Jail availability is better than crime. You can see it's quite hard, it's good at the moment because the prison's only got 44 criminals, so, and the employment percentage is good as well to have because it gives you an idea of you see if you gets too low, that causes the unbalance. So that's this mod. It's a very useful mod to have and develop. Now the other thing I've noticed is that the parts I've done previously have been up to an hour, and what I'm going to try and do is keep these a bit shorter and a bit more focused, and so I'm going to go for short and often with the specific focus, and probably try to release more. Now while the game was running, is that I've done two things. I did try and record these, but it took a long time, so I've actually constructed this roundabout out here to allow me to exploit Meadow Heights. It was a bit of a pain in the neck to do. You can see the terrain there's come, and it's a bit up and down, but that's the best I could do, unfortunately, because it kept saying slope to sleep. And I've built this beginning of tourist town here, come down here, built this little roundabout here, come down here. The idea is to have a kind of boulevard along the front here. Oops, pardon, sorry me. And the other thing, which is introducing the focus of this part, which is what I want to do, and I'm just going to pause the game because I don't want it to run away, is because we're a small city, we've now got trains. So what I want to do is start getting the beginnings. I certainly want to get the goods network in, and I want to get the passenger network in as well to do that. So we're going to start with the train network, and what I've done is I've started this process. I've mentioned it in the previous parts, in the sense that I've said I wanted to move the industry north. So while I'm looking at this, I want to zone in a bit of industry there and there, and just 4 there. And what I want to do is de-zone these areas along here. The idea is that I'm creating a corridor here which will allow me to push a road out through here. And if you can see over here, the idea is to come through here to have the cargo port over there. I've had a think about it. When we get access to shipping, we're probably going to have a passenger port here to feed the tourist town and fun city, cargo port over here to feed the transport. So what we're going to do is, oops, and so I've built this area here for the train. Gives me the railways. Again, I've kind of done this because when these are gone, if I want to bring in a transport hub, I can go underground. Now the rail lines are there. What I'm inclined to do at the moment is, it's going to be like a broad brushstroke connection to start with. I'm probably going to move these at a later date. I'm just going to go up and see if we can get across the railway, across the, go down. As I say, this is just quite literally to get a connection. Let's just put the button in there now. I mean, it should connect to the power there. So we should get a bit of growth. I need to get and as I say, the idea is this will, you can see the immediate effect of the presence of a cargo hub. Having one of these gives a very, very quick upgrade to the low on water. Isn't that a surprise? Yeah. These do provide services. Now I want to check the fire. I've got a fire station there, tucked in there. So I'm a bit worried about my fire coverage. Got a bit of problem here. I think about there, was that a bit too close? Maybe if we come out here for the moment, that will give a bit of coverage there. What's the police like? Bit worried about the cache. Oh, it's dark, so we can just do a bit of TLC resing. As I say, I built this area up here to, so I'm just going to put that's the trains. I'm leaving this area here because I want to put the passenger train station in there. Probably what we'll do is we'll drop a wodge of offices there, maybe out a little bit there. Got some demand for high density residential. I just want to, at the moment I just want to keep filling in this area so that it looks, so I want this to be a high density area all the way through here. So we'll get some more high density commercial in this area. Probably just fill out this area here. Should use the flood tool really. Actually, this not flood tool, fill tool. And what I'll probably do is, I don't know if this will work, but we'll just see if we can get a little smidge there. I got a basis there. This is upgrading nicely. I don't want to get too thin because this is going to be a commercial area there, so I don't want to swamp too much commercial up into this area. Got a little bit of industry going, so that's just kind of fill in a bit more up here. As I say, the idea is just check the zoning. It's I want to push this zoning up a bit. How's this zoning here? I want to push this zoning up to this area here. So I want to keep this area relatively free. And you can see now we've got a train going out there. Can't see it very well, but see, we're going to get, probably because we're going to be importing goods, you get a surge. This is why I've put the motorway link down here, so that these trucks will go here. Must admit, it took me a little while to work out the various. Probably don't need that anymore. Let's clean that out. Right, it's getting the daylight back now. So yeah, it took me a little while to work out the one-way system here. Way it works is I've got this as a one-way system. This going back here. I've got a one-way system up there and one-way system here. So basically, it means that if I just stop the game because I don't want it to go on, but I don't know. Maybe I should get the one-way system mod so I can illustrate it better. Maybe that's something for the next part or a future part. But I've got a one-way system going here. You can see this area. It's just zone another block of 4. Oops, wrong way round. So I want this to start moving north. I did drop a little bit of commercial in there just for the fun of it. But I want to keep this area pretty open because of I don't want the lorries. It's the old lorry turning situation again. And as I say, I'll probably go up another block, but I've got an idea for up here. But this is where I want to focus my attention now. We're going to go onto roads. Probably, actually, let's just escape this out a bit. Get that off there. Now, I want to put the passenger station there, but I have an idea. I've got no idea whether this is going to work. It might be a bit fiddly. If it gets too fiddly and too time consuming, I will speed the video up, because what I want to do is come out to about there, I think. So I've got, to be honest, I've got no idea if this is actually going to work. Get rid of these power lines. I don't know why I've left them there. Actually come out a bit further. Definitely want these to line up, and we'll just get the flow of the traffic going in the right direction. So I've got that there. Now, so this is going to be my fun city. I want probably, this is where it's going to be a little bit tricky, I think. Actually, let's don't know how to do this. But let me explain what I'm doing. The idea is to have the railway station there, and for the railway line to run up the centre of here. But what if can I get the railway line in the centre of it? And I want a roundabout roughly about here. Let's put the roundabout in. So it's going to be a nice big one. So that's a 20. So actually, let's got a hook there. So the clicking's on. Kind of posh towns there. Actually, let's come out a bit further. I'm gonna have to dogleg this, I think. Actually, no, we've got railway lines, haven't we? We actually have railway lines, so let's try and if I turn this off. Oh, don't do this to me, please. Please don't do this to me. Oh, it's gonna go up. Oh, don't do this to me. No, 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 please don't. Don't do this to me. It's got to be able to get up there. Actually, let's try something. If I... Yes! Yes, 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 yes. Hopefully this will work. Just delete that. Sorry, apologies if I'm talking to myself. Actually, let's go... Actually, let's go up one. Let's go to curve tool. As I said, if it's probably going to bugger this road up now. Better put. Gonna have to delete that section of the railway. Get that back in. As I say, if it goes on. Right, so let's see if we can go overboard. Gonna have to just accept that it's going to be a little bit like that, I think. And I'll go to a page down. So, I don't want it snapping to the railway, I want it a nice incline. Not brilliant, but I think we're just going to have to live with that. Now comes the fun part. What I want is a curve tool, and I want this to come out, put the snapping on, and I want it to kind of come out. No. It's a bit annoying that I can't actually. Let's see if I can put a marker down. I think this might be all that's. I want it to come out roughly about that far. So if it'd be nice if you could get the. So maybe aiming a bit. Was that good enough? Or no, maybe it's come out a bit further. Oh, that's a bit better. Now the key factor is, will I be able to get this road to curve in and follow it. It's gonna drift a little bit, but I don't think I can do much about that, to be honest. Is that roughly... Let me get it to come a little bit further forward. To say be about... Maybe if I use the... This is both the fun and the frustration of things like this. Right, so I'm now going to just knock off that railway line. Go there, go to the... I think if we can want it... So I might end up moving this, to be honest. It's not as... Oops. Not as... Got to keep an eye on the money as well. Right, actually if I get a bit generous with the connection here, take off that, click that. Just gonna have to go this way, I think. Right. Back to the railway. Page up. Oh, nice. Yes, yes, very nice. So that's coming up that way. So what I want now is back to the road. And what we're going to try and do is come off here. That start there. Drop alongside it, please. Nice, yes, yes, very nice. Hopefully this will... There goes the power lines. So that's all as far as I'm going to take the road. I'm very aware that I'm running out of cash. Just take these out, get a little bit of cash back. Right, we've now got... So if we can get this... Oh, please don't do this to me. Actually, bit of a fail there. That's better. Snapping off. We'll just come across here. Page down. I think I'm gonna have to delete these roads. No, I don't want to go underground. Nope. Oh, the joys and joys of building railways. Why won't that let me... Maybe if I delete that section. Right, I think that would be it. Just going to whack the... I think we've now got to a point where we can... Oops! Moral of the story is... Don't cut the power lines. And I think what we're going to do for the moment is just freebase this up here. As I say, I can remodel it. Sort this bit out. Oh, I'll sort this out later. Looks like we've got a water shortage here, so we need to see if we can get this passenger station in now. Actually want to put it probably fairly close to there, and then we're hopefully, oops, better take that off there. And hopefully this is going to work, otherwise I've just spent a lot of money to build something that... Yes! So that's... Not totally happy with that, but I think we can live with the adjustment. If thing, just make sure to get this road facing. That looks a bit wonky there. Oh no, it's okay. It's just the visual effect on the map. And we can just finish this off. So that can come in here. We're just going to let it run now, I think. Got a bit of commercial down here, which here, and now you can see my part of my grand strategy. If you believe that, you believe anything. There's an element of things. This is an interesting point, actually. If you try and connect... If I drag that road down here, see where it's near this change, it wants to snap to there, so what you've actually got to do is, if I upgrade this, and now snap it, it just snaps in straight away. What I'm going to do now is get this road here. Actually, yeah, I think I'm going to be happy with that. We're just gonna connect these through here. Actually, this can come down, give it a little bit of a turn-in circle. Don't have that much residential, so let's just fill this little pieces in here, make it neat and tidy next to the fire station. Here's the first train. My first and it's the first one coming in as well. Oh, good. Let's just see. So I'm aware that the time's pushing on. We'll just look at this and see. Got a few. Oh, look at that. So, what's this? Passengers serviced by 2. You can see with this integrated thing, you see them all going down the. Look at that, 642 people. This is a really good interchange here. I saw. Yeah, I'm not happy with you, I'm afraid. You're going to get dezoned. I don't like having a building right on these corners. People parking on my roundabout. I know in the past I've said that these citizens have been very honest, but one thing they're not very good at is actually parking. So why won't that let me? Probably because that footbridge is too close. I think we might tidy that up later on. Yeah, the one thing that does annoy me slightly is illegal parking. And they like to park on the roundabouts, and a small roundabout they actually congest it up quite badly. So we've got at the beginning of a structure now coming along. The old train station's doing its stuff. Number of passengers. It's got a good link here. As I say, the thought process is that I will probably bring another train station down into here, but we got the beginning of here. The old cargo HUD is doing quite nicely. Got a bit of traffic coming in here, which I'm going to have to do, but eventually I think I will be upgrading this road once the industry is actually doing it. So what we'll do, we've got plenty of industry, so I think what I'm going to do now is use that to kind of fill in these small gaps of offices. We'll just have a little lodge of offices there. Probably going to dezone this area actually. I think, truth be known, there's quite a lot of noise here, yeah. So I think this will become an office area. Dezone these areas. Also, we'll make this into a kind of a business district. Oh no, it's interfering with the. And I can probably just put a little bit there. And I think we can dezone this area here and put in some high density there. Coming along quite nicely. Well, I've put in a lot of office space here, so I think I will do it. A little bit of commercial. Don't want you there. Don't want you there. Actually, we can dezone you back a bit. You can be a little bit of a. Actually, let's put a kind of a mini row of. Dezone you there. Let's put some high density here. Getting a little bit into the micromanagement now. And I think that's where I'm going to leave it, because I'm starting to overrun again. So I hope you've enjoyed this. As I say, we've got the beginning of a transport network coming together. We've got a few abandoned buildings there, so it's coming together nicely. As I say, we've got the beginning of the transport next part. We're going to start building Fun City, keep the process of moving the transport thing, but this is going to be the next target area down here. Develop this up as a tourist kind of stroke leisure area along the front here. You can see the beginnings of what I was planning on doing, is having a kind of a boulevard running along the coast. There we are, look at that. Right on Big Q, big city. We've got water treatment, which is what I've been looking forward to. We've got crematoriums, and I think that is definitely just pause the game. Actually, no, just let it run on. This would be definitely the point to stop, I think. Now we've gone become big city. So hope you've enjoyed this episode. I'm starting to really enjoy it. It's just starting to get daylight, so I definitely will pause it now. So I hope you've enjoyed this episode. Like and subscribe, and until the next game, whatever you play, enjoy your gaming.